Hello and welcome to this quick guide on how to get started with the cogs and gears and pistons that came as part of the Mechanical Revolution pack in Crayta. So to start with, I have this contraption which is moving a bridge across, and for all of the code in this I've used the init function so that I can just click this handy simulate button, and it means that I don't have to recompile the game every time I want to test these out. This is immensely useful when you're playing around with the gears because it can take a little bit of trial and error and a lot of maths to make sure that you're getting the right kind of speeds and ratios according to what looks realistic. So to start with, we have these two pistons and they are animating using the animation. The cool thing about the pistons is they actually have animations built in, an active one or a deactive one. The active one is the animation you're seeing right now, and the deactive is essentially not moving. So they kind of only have one animation built in. And I am playing that by attaching a script, and then within that script, I'm doing self get entity play animation. So this is being called in the init function, which happens once at the beginning, and I'm running the play animation function. I'm sending it the name of the animation I want to play, which is active. And then there's this option to have comma and then a bunch of properties within parentheses after that. And I'm using that in order to set looping to true, which you can see here, and specifying the playback time as well. So 5 seconds for the playback time. So it takes 5 seconds for one of these to animate fully to go round 360 degrees. And then I can use that with the cogs. So here you can see I've connected this shaft to this cog here, and I'm rotating this cog using the timeline function, and I'm rotating it minus 360 degrees every 5 seconds. So it completely matches up with the piston that's going on behind it. In fact, if you watch one of the teeth of the gear as it goes round, it actually matches up with the piston behind it. So same speed, 5 seconds, 360 degrees. And the animation, the code for that one is here. So this is the code for this one, gear rotation script. Essentially one line of code again. And what we're doing is we're using self get entity play timeline loop. And then within that, the brackets here, open bracket and close bracket, you can see that at 0 seconds, I set the rotation to whatever the rotation is at the moment. And then after however many seconds, so whatever I set in this duration box, in this situation, it's 5 seconds. So at 5 seconds, the rotation should be whatever it is in the end rotation. So minus 360, 0, 0. And what Crayta does with the play timeline functionality is essentially travel between those 2 points from this 0 seconds to 5 seconds in this situation, smoothly transition the rotation from 0 to minus 360 degrees. So essentially animate it looking like that. There are other easing functions you can attach to this. For something like this where it's going to be looping through a rotation, it's best to leave it as default, which is the linear easing, so no easing basically. So this is rotating every 5 seconds, and so are these. When we come onto something like a bigger gear, we need to start thinking about how we calculate the difference in speed between the smaller gear and the bigger gear. The easiest way to do that is to count the amount of teeth on the smaller gear. So we have 6 teeth on this smaller gear, and we have 24 teeth on the bigger gear. So if the small gear is rotating through 6 teeth every 5 seconds, how many seconds do we need the bigger gear to rotate through all of its teeth? And the way we work that out is essentially 24 teeth on the big one, 6 teeth on the small one. So we do 24 divided by 6, which is 4. And then how long does the little gear travel? How long does it take to rotate through the little gear's teeth? It takes 5 seconds. So this is 4 times the size. So 4 times 5 gives us 20 seconds for the duration on the bigger gear. So when you're translating between them, whichever one you already have the time for is really, really handy place to start. So work out how many teeth it's got, how long does it take to get through with them, and then how many teeth is the thing it's transitioning to got, therefore how many more times or how much longer will it take. So it takes 4 times the length of time to get through this than it does this. So we do 4 times 5, which gives us 20 seconds. With the medium gear here, this is connected to the large gear just using a shaft. So these guys travel at the same speed because they're on the same shaft. When it comes to this worm drive, it gets a little bit tricky, but just think about this in this direction where we actually have to travel through one tooth, essentially. So one 360 degree turn is one tooth. So we need to figure out from this medium-sized gear, how long does it take to go through one tooth? Well, it takes 20 seconds to go through all 12 teeth of the medium-sized gear. So essentially we do 20 divided by 12, 12 divided by 20. Is that right? No. 20 divided by 12. 20 seconds divided by 12 teeth. And that gives us 1.666 or 1 2/3. So it's going to take 1 2/3 seconds to travel through one tooth, which is a full 360 degree spin from, if you look at it from this angle. This gear at the bottom spins the same speed as this, so 1.666. And then finally, how does this hook up to the rack? Well, it gets a little bit complicated, but essentially we're doing 12 teeth every 1.66 seconds. We need this bridge to travel from here to here in 46 teeths time. So we do 1.666 divided by 12 times by 46, and that gives us the 6.363 in our timeline loop there. Gets quite complicated. Hopefully this has been a useful and interesting tutorial, and I look forward to seeing how you use the gears in Crayta.